It's your girl. What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Tae Marie, and we back on this thing. Welcome to Soul Food Podcast. And what I'm calling this is Hidden in Plain Sight. Bow! Oh my goodness. I'm so silly today. I got so much energy today. I was like, let me go ahead. I'm not doing nothing. Let me go ahead and dive right in. Are the things you're using to cope actually helping you or hiding you? That I don't know. Because I don't know. I feel like for a while now, like I feel like I was in a season where I had to be alone. Respectfully. Like I had to reintroduce myself to self. Like, my name is Taylor, how are you? Like, I had to get to know myself again. So I feel like, yes, that has helped me. Definitely has helped me in a way to kind of get comfortable with myself. However, I have been hiding a little bit. I've been a little too comfortable being by myself. Even saying things like, "Oh, I'm gonna be okay." I don't need these things, and I don't need them. Like, you don't need, but to open yourself up to different things. Nothing is wrong with that. Like I could join a gym. We already spoke about the gym, but I could join a gym so I could socialize. I can meet more people, interact, know what's going on around me and stuff like that. But I don't feel like I need to do that every day. I don't know. Let's look at the logical part of it. Logically, not everything that feels good is good for you. And on the empathetic side of it, sometimes we turn to things just to feel something different. So yeah, like, I don't know, my time alone, because at first I used to hate being alone. I used to just, feel like it was boring. Like, oh, this is so boring. Like, I need to go do something. I need to be in something. You have something going on. But you don't need nothing going on, Make something go on for yourself. Like today, I'm just like, okay, what do I want to do? I'm really trying to balance myself out. And even when I was telling you guys about making like quarters in your year, another thing that I need to keep in mind, this is real, especially when you're dealing with wintertime seasons. I need to figure out what I need to do, because sometimes, even like your environment can affect your mood. Like maybe I felt slowed down because of the winter. Because in wintertime, don't nobody want to go nowhere unless you have to. And the most I did was for my birthday, and that's about it. I didn't do nothing else. I didn't feel the need to do anything else. I kind of was chilling. Like right now is when I want to kind of start vacationing, when the sun is out, when it's clear outside, that's when I feel safe, because there's no delays, I feel like, and there's nothing really slowing us down. It's kind of just like the wintertime is there to prep us, organize, get us where we need to go. But at the end of the day, like, still have whatever you need to have going on for yourself. Have that going on for yourself. Let's look at this word to kind of clearly understand. Hold on, because I truly want to understand what that word means. To cope means to effectively handle, manage, or deal with difficult situations, stress, or challenges, usually implying a degree of success. It often involves adapting to emotional, physical, or circumstantial hardships such as stress, grief, or heavy workload. Are the things you're using to cope actually helping you or hiding you? So, for one, I brought out me finding alone time for myself. I feel like that has helped me. I feel like that has brought me to. I finally feel like I'm in a space where I'm like, okay, I'm okay with this. Like, I'm okay with buying a bottle of wine, chilling at home and watching TV, or editing, or playing a video game or something like that. Like, Sims. But I'm cool. Like, I'm cool, calm, collected. Like, maybe sometimes I don't feel like doing nothing and your girl taking a nap. Yeah. For real. Like, it's so much to do at home. Like, today I even seen this reel, and it was this guy, and on the screen it said, like, the goal this summer is to be the party house. Like, he wants to be the spot where the party is. Like, when people are like, yeah, where we meeting up at, he want to be top on that list. Like, there's a no-brainer. We're obviously at Ted's house. Like, like, lightweight, that's how I'm trying to be, minus the main hangout spot. Like, I'm trying to be hanging out here, chilling. Like, I'm not trying to do nothing else but chill, relax, nothing. I feel like I am comfortable in this space. And I feel like I'm really in the gist of it. I finally got into the groove of it. Like, but one thing that I will say is that it does kind of play onto my procrastination. Maybe I even use it as an excuse not to do anything. Maybe. Because why not? Like I said, I've been getting into other things, and really I've been getting into those things to kind of like tap back into who I was. Me starting to play The Sims again, that was me tapping in. Like, I started playing The Sims when I was 6 years old. That came out in like 2001. I was 6. And I've been hooked. I've been hooked. Like, every Christmas, used to get The Sims. Every Christmas, every new little edition. Like, fanatic. I know. But, yeah, like, I get it, though. Because besides it, yes, playing into my procrastination, I would definitely say that me being lonely was starting to be an excuse for me. It was starting to be an excuse, a reason to not get tasks done, a reason to just, because some days I wasn't productive. When I knew I should have been doing this, I was not productive. I was just like, okay, well, I'll just do it another time, or I'll do it in the morning, or, whatever. And it's just like, no, stop saying you're going to do it. Just do it. Just do it. What are you doing? What are you doing? Playing this freaking Sims? Get off this game. Go do something that is meaningful. Nobody's going to see this. But you gonna stream online doing The Sims? No, you're not. So come on. Unless you about to stream online doing The Sims, I mean, whatever purpose that you have behind that, do it. But at the same time, there was no purpose behind me doing that at that moment in time. That was just a reason for me to just say I'm doing something. Oh, I'll do it after I'm done with the game. Whatever. But it did tap me back into those moments when I was when I was younger. And it made me think about the things that I like to do. Drawing. I love drawing. Writing books. I love writing down stuff in my head and just, turning into something. Like, I definitely feel like I got back in touch with my inner child, my old self, and really just like remembered, I remember before I really got into this journey of not, indulging, having sex and stuff, you know, I remember telling myself this. I hear it right now, just like I forgot what happened, but I was telling myself like, man, I miss the days when I was still like a virgin. Like, because that Taylor did not care about feelings and boys and what they doing and who they with and all that other, like, I don't want to care about that. Like, because like even now, me not doing nothing, it's just like I'm back to that mindset kind of just like, not saying it's just about me, but focusing on me. Focusing on what makes me happy. Wait, you know what I'm saying? Like, not thinking about no dude and where he at and what it is. I don't care. If my baby ain't under me, then I don't care what we talking about. Shoot. I don't want to think about those things. I really appreciate the time that I do have with myself, because it makes me tap into the girl that I love. And that is who she is right here. The one that likes to get creative, the one that's all techie and this is just me. Got my tripod. Like, I just love this. Like, this is me, honey. This is me. And it's just like I missed her. Like, when I finally like just was like, okay, obviously ain't nobody hitting me up to go to the club, and then shoot, the room got cleared. God cleared the room. I mean, it just be me, myself, and I, like Beyonce said. Like, so it's just like, and I feel like maybe I was sad about that for a little bit, just like letting go of things that I used to do, and I'm not doing it no more. So it's just like, what else is there to do? And then that's when you kind of just get into yourself again, when you really just give yourself a chance and just indulge in your own self. Just like, okay, like, who am I? What do I like to do? Like, what is it? And that's when I downloaded the game again, and I started playing, and I started, even while playing it, just thinking about who I was in that moment when this game came out, and just like where I was and what I was dealing with, and just, who I used to be, and why I loved that person so much in that set of time, and seeing if I could even bring that person back. Not bring it back, but just even thinking to myself, like, can I do those things again? Can I take time to just go somewhere when I'm off and just draw a picture? Like, I miss that. I miss drawing. I miss making things with my hands. Like, or I don't know, just driving. I just enjoy just driving and not even having no destination. Like, if you know me for real, like, people used to hate that. People used to hate it, but they would love it, though. When I used to be in the car, oh, I miss my Cavalier, man. I miss my Cavalier so much, bro. When I say dummy missions, stupid missions. Like, we was out, like, man, them was the days. That car held on. That was a soldier. I tell you, that car was a soldier. But like, that's what I miss. Like, just doing stuff, going places, wilding out, having fun. I miss having fun. But I be doing that when it's hot outside. Like, in the winter, I just want to celebrate the birthday, chill, hello, yeah, get ourselves back together, then we pop out. Pop out. Okay, cause we about to pop out and show them the plan you got set in stone, the plan that you see, the plan that's just gonna have to work. Like, it's just, that's what it's gonna have to be, and everybody just gonna have to cut it. Like, don't nobody got time for that. I'm very considerate until I have to put my foot down. Then that's when people get surprised, like, oh my God, you really? Yes, I am, because you doing something crazy. You know me, I'm doing something every day. People, my coworker just said that to me today. Taylor, you always doing something, writing something, got a notebook, got a book. What are you doing? Homework? Girl, you would think. No, I'm not. I got an assignment today, though. The lady that asked me for the oils, boom, made her the oils. And I made my coworker some, too. Just some random other oils. Y'all should check out the website, of course. Tap in. But yeah, so anyways, made oils. It was a hit. Now they over here asking for more. And now I had to share my website when I was nervous about the price or whatever, because it's just like, I mean, this is really how much it's going to cost me to make that for you. And my coworkers today was like, shoot, how that oil made me feel, I'm about to buy that. Like, okay, I mean, well, tell me then. Okay, because you're helping a sister out. But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just like, you know, if I didn't get out my comfort zone, I wouldn't even done that. I'm really proud of myself right now, how I'm moving, what I'm doing. Like, I'm really proud of myself, and I'm thinking about the future. And that's where it was. Like, this is the reason why my family backed this in my head right now. This is the reason why I tell my son, no, you can't spend your money, and no, I don't want your money, bro. I want you to save your money. This is the reason I have to make a decision on certain things, and I gotta be patient. I gotta be patient about certain things. Like, I can't rush things. Even when I feel like I'm ready, I'm not ready yet. And nothing's wrong with that. But eventually you gotta get ready. And even in the process of you getting ready, you gotta get in the position to stay ready too. That's what that little quarter for. A hole and a half. Or yeah, that hole for the bill and that cushion for just in case. And you feed that every time you get paid. You know, you want to do all these things. Like I got a vacation that I set for myself. And I was like, ooh, I should do this. But I also got other things going on in the year where it's just like, hold on, not yet. Like, you just gonna have to play it safer right now, but maybe next year, yeah, but not this year. And I just gotta be cool with that. I gotta make the best of what I got. I can't just go out here and do whatever, because that's what I'm gonna get. Whatever. I'm just gonna get some bull. I don't want to get no bull. I want to get placed into the right position that I'm supposed to be in. I want to make this a true pattern, so I can continue doing something like this, fit this in my life, you know, and be able to do things that I wasn't able to do before, you know. Like, God bless that I am, you know, blessed enough to always see a good day, a good season, holiday, whatever. Like, I'm blessed, and my people blessed, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm blessed to see that. I'm blessed that, you know, we all get to, what's the word? I'm blessed that we get to, even though when we feel like we got our own battles that we dealing with every day, we still get to see the greater piece of it all. No matter if it ain't the whole piece, half piece, quarter, whatever, it's still good. Like, you know, I may not be able to buy my son the whole freaking Walmart for Christmas, but when I'm going out there last minute shopping because I had to hold it down all year, hey, hey, ain't that a tree? Some gifts, my boy, with you know? And it's just like, but I could have just said, hey, I don't celebrate it. We really don't need to celebrate it. We She'll be celebrating Kwanzaa. She'll be celebrating Kwanzaa. For real, Kwanzaa got more of a better meaning than Christmas. For real, I'm about to shut it all down. And for them greedy MFers, yeah, you get presents in Kwanzaa. But you gonna have to wait. You gonna have to give to receive back. And that's why, shoot, I celebrate Kwanzaa. I mean, I celebrated Christmas for so long. I get it. I'm used to it, whatever. But it's so cliche sometimes. That's what I don't like about it. Like, Christmas for me, man. I remember when I found out about Santa not being real, bro. That blew me. I was salty. My mom was wrapping up them gifts. And I walked down the stairs like, it was you? It was you? She got her tape in the hand like, I was so disappointed. But, you know, whatever. Ooh, I remember when I told my auntie though. And I caught them wrapping presents too. And she was so mad that I can't. She was so mad at me. She's like, you need to be sweet. I'm like, Auntie, I already know Santa not real. Who told you? She wanted to keep the magic. She did not play. She was the type to put from Santa. And she wanted you to play along. She loved Christmas. I love Christmas too, but that was the fun about it because it was so much love, you know, and not petty competition. Oh, I bought this and I spent $1,000. You could have spent that on something else. Let's be real about that. How I came up, I may see things a little differently, you know. I miss it being about family. You know, I could have just got that one Sims game and I would have been all right. But after a while, I wasn't even surprised no more when I used to get the game because I already knew I was going to get the game. They asked me, I circled it, that's all you want? Yeah. Like, you know, I never, like, my family always kind of like, they would have no problem blessing me or blessing people. Like, that's who we are. You know, and that's why boundaries. For my family, I want my son to always know that. Like, when I see people or situations or whatever, like, with all these toys, like, it's just like, bruh, like, I told him, like, we can donate these. We can take these to Goodwill so people can have your toys, you know. Putting that in his head, instilling these things in his mind. The truth is, what you use to escape can become what keeps you stuck, you know. And like I said, even being alone for all this time, I sat and thought to myself, like, I can be single forever. I truly feel like I would be very happy to be single for a very long time. Like, I have no problem with it. You know, I enjoy it. You know, I've been enjoying my alone time. It's cool. You know, finding my own space. However, deep down inside, that's not what I really want. That's not really what I seen for myself in my life. But just because this is not what I've seen in my life, that doesn't mean that I'm unhappy with it. You know, and that's where I mentally want to be. I want to be okay with being single. I want to be okay with even, like, I'd rather be okay with being single and being in my own company than being under somebody that just is not for me, you know, and no shade. But at the same time, we do gotta understand that, like, because again, I seen patterns of women. I even seen this in movies. So no shade towards anybody, but if it fit, put the shoe on. Put the shoe on. Cinderella. But You know, like I was watching this one movie. I don't think it's called Keisha, but it was on a Tubi. I don't know, it was some Tubi movie. But it was about this girl and she was just doing crazy stuff, like this crazy stuff. And it was one scene where her mom was just like with this dude. He treated her shitty. Like, I'm sorry, but shitty. Shitty. You know, and we all done been there. We all done seen that. Like, you know, you outside yelling, get back in here, Tyrone! Get back in! Like, girl, let Tyrone go. Wherever he about to go. If anything, thank him, because he should have been gone. It's them type where it's just like, ma'am, sometimes you gotta just let go. Let it go. For real. No, for real. For real. You should have been let that go. Don't even chase after that. Come back in the house. But what that scene was trying to get the viewer to understand is that obviously this person is not good to her. She know that with her eye blackened while she telling him to come back in the house. He just smacked you. He disrespected you. But you want him to come back in? She lonely. She lonely. That's all she feel like she deserve. But you know what I'm saying? Like, no, you don't deserve none of that. You deserve to sit in your own peace, my sis. Sit in your own mess. Get to know you so you would realize you don't deserve whoever that man is. You would know that that ain't love. Trust and believe me. That's not love. This ain't love. No. And you can't fix them either. No matter how much you try to love that person, you can't fix them. They need to fix themselves. And you need to get out the way. I don't care if you feel lonely. I don't care if you feel sad. Nobody's gonna love me. Love yourself. Love yourself. I'm telling you, it's hard to sit with yourself, especially when you're dealing with emotion like that. It is. But can't nobody fix that but you. Can't nobody fix that but you. And you gonna need to fix that. Because then that feeling gonna turn into a human that you think that you love. But love don't live anymore. Yeah, don't play. Why that is important though? You can't heal if you keep numbing it. I just said that. Didn't I just say that? I did. If you keep sweeping it under the rug, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if she let that man back into her life, because this lady had a daughter and a son. I feel like I know what this movie was. But I just can't see it. I see it, but I can't. But her daughter was a hot ass. I'm sorry. You know, she was out here, you know. Excuse me, y'all. I don't know what. But anyways, I don't know. Like, you know, she was out here trying to get male attention. You know, the girl in the movie with the high outfit, the one that you gonna be like, girl, where is a jacket? Put it on. Like, for real. It just I don't know. Like, movies like that really be touching me, because it's like, you over here doing this, you know. It just says a lot. It says a lot. And this is why I do it for, because it's just like seeing movies like that and knowing that that's really somebody's life, meeting people that really have experienced that. Like, my coworker invited me over her house. We're chilling and she invites her friend over and we're all just talking and all this other stuff. Now, I kind of peeped this girl's energy. Like, she kind of seemed aggressive, you know, like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, she wasn't aggressive towards me, but it's just how she came across. You know, like, she's angry. She's aggressive. Like, something, not something's wrong with her, but internally she's holding on to something. And she shared with us about her first time, and she was, you know, taken advantage of for her first time. And I just wanted to cry because it was just like, I feel like I did, because it was just like she wanted to cry. And it was like my body was like cry for her. And eventually a tear came out her eye too. But it was just like, that's sad, bro. Like, you didn't deserve that. You didn't deserve none of that. Especially for your first time at a young age like that. And for that to be like that. Like, it's just like, that's a lot for somebody to hold on to. And I know I got deep, but it's just like, for real, it just made me think about that. Like, it's just like, you can't heal if you numb that, you know? Like, if you're just numbing the thought of somebody aggressively took something from me. Somebody really took it there. Like that's not fair. That's not fair that that happened to me. That's not fair that I had no choice in that. And can you imagine, for anybody, any age, to hold on to something that deep like that? That'll kill you. Like I told you before, like that stuff like that, you can't just hold on to. Where you gonna put it? Where you gonna put it? It's like running over roadkill. And somebody's like, oh, you gotta hide it. I gotta hide it. Why can't you just stay in the street? No, you gotta hide it. You gotta hide it. No, can't nobody see that this happened. So now you just got this roadkill in your presence. It stank. It hurt. That you can't do nothing with it. Whatever. You just holding on to something that just needs to be disposed. Needs to be out. Needs to be, you know. You can't hold on to that. Temporary relief creates long-term cycles. And that is very true. So just because, you know, smoking a little weed will get your mind off of it, or, you know, having sex will get those feelings off of you, it still creates something else. You know, smoking weed, yeah, but you still gotta finish what you gotta handle. The weed just gonna make you procrastinate more, because all you want to do is chill all day. You just want to chill. You don't really want to do nothing. You just want to chill. But it ain't time to chill. That's you need to figure something out. Sex, yeah, sex can help you get things off your chest, help you relieve that stress, yes. But you can also get pregnant, mama. Yeah, you can get pregnant. You know, you can be having sex with a person that you know is also not faithful, and now you dealing with their sex partners, whomever those motherfuckers are. Excuse me, but whoever they are, now you dealing with it. They dealing with it. Come on now, we all have sex ed, y'all. We know how it go. Y'all know what I'm getting to. Like, it's just like, nah, it creates bigger things when you just sit there and try to hide things, sweep things under the rug. You keep sweeping things under the rug, it's just gonna get more dirty, stinky, smelly, dust bunnies, sneezing. Clean that up. Where the vacuum cleaner? Stop sweeping things under the rug and confess it. Look in the mirror sometimes. Understand that things ain't perfect. You not perfect. Get off that high horse and humble yourself. When you humble yourself, you're going to be more happier than this pedestal that you try to put yourself on. Ain't nobody perfect. You can't be perfect. Things are just going to be fucked up some days, and just accept that. Not every day things are going to be great, but some days things are going to be great. Maybe for a week, a month, a year, things might be just great. But that doesn't mean because of the pedestal you put yourself on. It's because you're just great, and you experience stuff, and you have optimism in your heart. Keep going with that. Okay. Viewer question. Okay, so viewer question of the week is, what are you using to cope? Oh wait, what are you using to cope that you know isn't helping you grow? And I guess yes, I would just say definitely me just avoiding things and using the excuse of, oh, I just rather be alone. I'd rather just do this, blah, 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 than to actually go face my problems. You know, because like, yeah, it's keeping me from what I'm supposed to be doing. You know, it's procrastinating, which is not helping me at all because I'm not trying to build this space so I can quit on myself, you know. I'm building this space so I can feel more comfortable to continue finding an outlet in this craft that I call art. This is my art. This is what I do. This may not be a paintbrush or whatever like that, but this is my digital art. This piece will last forever. Mwah. I hope my grandchildren see this. My grandchildren's grandchildren see this. You feel what I'm saying? I want them to be like, that is my grandma. That's my grandma. Like I want this to be forever. Even if it don't even get that far. If my son see it, I love you, baby. I love you, baby. You already know, baby. You already know, baby. You know what I'm saying? I want him to see this. I want my baby to run to me, and even if I'm not here, Lord forbid, because I'm gonna see my grandchildren. I tell him all the time, I'm gonna see my grandchildren. I'm gonna play with my grandchildren, and if I'm blessed, like my girl, my grandmother, my great grandmother, I'm gonna see my great grandchildren. You heard what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna live forever. Get on these goals. The first goal is choose clarity over escape. Ooh, I like that. Because me, like I said, your girl love to travel. That's all I ever talk about at work. If this is what I love to do, I need to learn how to plan for it. I like that because I definitely believe that there is a time and a place to just escape your world for a minute. There's nothing wrong with leaving your familiar to go somewhere different. Because when you go somewhere different, you get this feeling for like a week. Or maybe it's just me. But like for a week, and it's like you're in a whole nother world. And it's like, dang. And it gives you this rush of like, I gotta go do something different. I need to make a move. I need to make a change. So I like traveling just for that feeling of feeling like I escaped. And sometimes, you know, we can be in our everyday, but sometimes we do get in those moods where we need to leave where we're used to for a minute. You know, see something different. Feel a little homesick for a little bit. Like, you know, ain't nothing wrong with that. I see nothing wrong with that. Okay, a goal that you need to do daily is replace your habits with healthier ones. Okay, and I feel like I do need less screen time, but then well, I need less screen time and more work time. But that's been my battle of figuring out, okay, because my day is just so busy. Like it is, but it isn't. Like, and I'm trying to really find that balance because I'm getting out that mindset of feeling guilty for taking time for myself. Stop spending on things that drain you. Spending money is just going to put you back into a cramped space where you're just like, ugh. Like, you have to really sit here. Like, trust me, guys, I'm telling you, I want to so bad spend some money, spend it. But it's just like, no. There's nothing that I need that bad. Like, I recently just bought me a dresser. You know? Okay, cool. I got a dresser now. I needed that. There's nothing else that I truly need. Like, nothing else at all. I mean, there's more things, but it's just like, I'm okay without it right now. And I feel like that is another thing that we're getting used to, or we've been used to for a very long time. Like, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but sometimes when you're in that mindset of feeling like, okay, I have something, you want to get it all today off the list. But again, this is about securing yourselves, getting some money, being stable, especially in this economy now. Like, I was talking to my coworker. All I need to tell you guys is, this ain't no game. Stack up your bread. It is not worth it. Put the trip to the side. Unless it's really important, do whatever feels right. I'm not saying limit yourself, but I'm saying ain't nothing wrong with waiting till next year. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Wait till next year. Wait till next year where it's fun, it's exciting, you know. It's not just like, oh, I took out a loan so I can be a part of this. No, it's actually like, okay, boom. I did what I did. Now here I am. I saved my money from 26. Now here we are in 27. I got way more money, spending money. Shoot, I can plan for another trip if I wanted to. Like, just set yourself up and then you'll be great. Like, that's all I've been thinking about. It's just setting ourselves up so we can be prepared for next. Because seeing new things for me is truly something that makes me happy. I love traveling. So I'm going to put myself in the position where even if I'm down, I still want to be able to at least have one trip in me, even if it's a weekend trip that I have to drive to because it's 8 to 10 hours away from me. That's fine with me. And for your community, normalize honest healing, you know. And when I think of honest healing, I'm talking about, you know, not being cliche about it. Like, I spoke to a friend recently, and he made me think about, you know, something like the fact that I still indulge with smoking. I still do smoke, you know. It's a habit that I'm trying to slow down, but that's another part of me where it's just like, is that helping me or hiding me? And I would say that how I used to smoke was definitely hiding me, because there was stuff within me that I was trying to hide. I was trying to sweep under the rug and make it seem like I'm just mellow and happy, and you know, but internally I was really going through some stuff, and maybe even to the point where I wanted to talk about it, but I kept myself somewhere else. So I couldn't even think about it for real. Like, it's just whatever. Like, I don't even want to hear, nothing. You know, indulging in other things, I'm very much proud of myself of not doing that, because regardless of the saying of your body being a temple, I know that never knew truly, especially coming up, what that meant. But I always, when I heard it, it always made me picture my my church in my mind, and just thinking to myself like, okay, how am I supposed to act in church? Okay, you're supposed to act like this in church. Okay, so if that's the case and my body is like the church, how am I supposed to treat myself? And I feel like I did a decent job. Just like, besides the one thing that I felt like I had to confront, which was, you know, the sex that I was having. It was unprotected. Not all of it. Not saying, I'm not speaking on like condoms, but it was unprotected because it didn't come with a solid structure attached to it. It was it wasn't promised. It wasn't something that I know that the people that taught me about that, mainly my grandfather, it wasn't something I knew that any of them would be proud of. Me finally realizing how important that saying is, I made it my mission to not indulge in anything and anybody, because I needed to confront that within myself. And I feel like besides the other things that I may have to confront one day, this main one has taught me a lot, especially when it comes to being by myself and learning who I am, because I'm back in touch with that girl who um who loved herself, indulged in her creativity, and gave all that energy within to myself, because that's all I knew how to do, versus being in that atmosphere where I'm trying to please other people. Like, that is my main territory, where I used to please other people and want to, submit myself. But now I'm learning where to really submit myself into, and that's my work. And when the time comes to submit myself in other places, then that's where it's going to just be. But for right now, here we are. So you deserve real peace, not temporary peace. I used to think that it would help. I used to think it was helping me relax. Maybe being alone, maybe getting into those situationships, maybe smoking. I used to make me think like, this is relaxing me. This is bringing my walls down. This is opening my heart. But now I know that it was keeping me stuck, because now I'm taking off my armor where my armor should have never been stripped down to. I should have never did that. I learned a lot about loving myself in this space of being by myself, because I finally got reintroduced to myself, the true me, the one that speaks to people like this, hopefully not rude, but with a little sternness in my voice, with a little bit of honesty. I'm not trying to be your mother, but I'm going to be a friend that tells you what's up, because I don't want to see you out here fucked up. Yeah, that's me. Because I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to be honest with you. And a lot of people can't take my honesty. And that has made me hide who I am. And that same feeling of hiding who I am to please others has seen people put themselves in crazy situations. And I'm standing right there like, whatever you don't want to do. Knowing damn well I want to tell you, no, we shouldn't even be here. We shouldn't even be here. But I don't want to hear, oh, Taylor, you being a pie, baby. Taylor, I can't do nothing around you, Taylor. You always make me feel like I'm doing something wrong, because you is doing something wrong, nigga. What you talking about? You know you are. But you want me to be the dummy. They said, go ahead and jump off the bridge. I'll stay there. I'll catch you. No, I'm not about to break my back and catch you. Get your together. So, no, I cannot be that for people. Like, I am not about to be that for people because I wouldn't even want to put myself in that situation. I'm not about to do it. So, yeah. I don't want to feel stuck. I want to feel like I have peace in the things that I choose because I have peace, because there is peace, because I know what's going on, because they are reassuring me. This is a together thing. This, whatever it is, And even with the getting to know myself, I feel good that I got to know myself. But the practice now is go be yourself in front of people and still be yourself when people don't accept you, and still be yourself when people do accept you. Because those are the people that are truly supposed to be next to you, the ones that accept you. The people that don't accept you, take note of what they don't like about you, because then you'll understand why you hold yourself back. People don't like this about you. People don't like when you sit there and tell the truth. People don't like that you come out here with so much energy. You're so confident to tell these stories that other people wouldn't even dare say out their mouths, because they don't want people to see them in a certain light. Not knowing that everything that's done in the dark is going to still come to the light no matter how you try to hide it. How do I know that? Because I know that. It's just like, shoot. So it's just like, continue to be you. Learn how to be by yourself. And then when you learn about yourself, go show other people. And be happy. The quote I have, anything that controls you is costing you. Woo! Anything that is controlling you is costing you. It's costing you your life, your happiness, your time. If you're stuck in that situation, matter of fact, we're not going to use stuck. I don't want to use that like I'm just trying to be biased. I'm trying to put you in the seat real quick. But if you're in that situation where that person is not good for you, that you are alone in that, that you're only there for the title and not because of the feelings, that you are in a situation where it is just like, whether it's platonic, romantic, whatever, family, you're in there because of a reason that really ain't got too much weight on it anyways, and you know that. The ones that were trying to warn me, it cost our friendship. If this is the type of people you hanging out with, Taylor, because you feel bad, because you want to see the brighter side in them, yeah, okay, that's cool, but I can't hang around. All I could do was respect it until I had to see it for myself. I had to realize, like, dang, like, it took me that many times to get my hand bitten off for me to realize it was time to go. It's gonna cost you. You dealing with somebody. Like, this one guy told me, like, I've been wanting to talk to you, but it seemed like your head was somewhere else. So when I thought about it, I was like, yeah, I was still in this situation. We had our ups and downs, but like, yeah, that's where my mind was at that time. And, you know, life put us in position where we tried again. Well, not tried again, but like, you know, I gave him a chance. I gave him a chance, you know, enough where we got close and became friends. But, you know, it still put me in the position where, you know, I was so busy worrying about all of that. You know, I could have had this experience last year versus this year. But who knows where I was in that year? Why I didn't notice that. See, that's another thing. Just because you notice things like that don't mean it's really time either. Cause I could have indulged, and we don't need to be doing all that. I could have been on some, whew, and did something I would have regretted. So, but still, regardless, anything that you know is not giving you peace, it's just controlling your time, your energy, you know, it's taken from you. It's letting you know, no, I'm the boss. You know, you should be the one that has the wheel in your life. Nobody else should be driving in your life but you. Nobody. Not even your kids. We are guides as parents. We don't control. We guide them. That's period. I just want to put out there is healing doesn't always feel good, but it always leads somewhere better. And again, that takes me back to like this time 2 years ago in 24 where my life was changing. My life was completely changing. Like that was where things were turning for me. And I just want to say to anybody that feels like they're limited to certain things or they have to deal with certain things, let me tell you something. No, you don't. There will always be a way. You just have to figure out how to maneuver through that. Whether that's you being in a shelter, whether that's you staying with somebody and actually having respect in their home and abiding by their rules and stuff like that. Like, I had to learn that being in my uncle's house for a little while. Like, you know, just how to move and what to do. And, you know, because respectfully, whatever happens in your life that puts you in a circumstance where you have to lean on people, it's so hard because you don't know how long you're gonna feel uncomfortable. But in that situation, that's the bare minimum of uncomfortable. Because regardless, when I look back at that time, you know, I'm in the house that I grew up in since I was a kid. Now I have my baby in here. They got plenty of space. My auntie stayed with covers and towels, and it was a home. And we were safe. We were in a great neighborhood. You know, it was truly a blessing. Like, to this day, I would never let that go. I'm glad I listened to that voice that told me to calm down and call my cousin. Because if it wasn't for her and if it wasn't for my uncle, I don't know where I'd be. Real talk. If I was so much in my pride and saying, I'm not calling anybody, I don't know where I would be if I never took that chance, you know? And of course, I was embarrassed. Of course, I didn't want to say nothing. Of course, I wanted to stay hidden. And that, I was hidden, boy. I was hidden. I was coping in that and making excuses in that. And you know what it did? It cost me some years. It cost me a low self-esteem. It cost me bad thoughts. It cost me a lot of things, y'all. That was not the easiest journey that I went through. That was a very painful journey that had a lot of lesson in there. A lot of lesson. When I said God then pulled on the belt. I'm sorry, but that lesson had lessons. Okay, and now I'm in the practice area. Like, I ain't got time to play. No. I'ma definitely take what I learned from those moments and continue to, carry it with me now. So I would definitely say, yeah, it led me somewhere better because I'm better because I went through that. Through the chaos. I found where my peace was. It taught me how to be patient. It taught me how to stay strong. It taught me how to hustle. It taught me how to not give up on myself. And even more, it taught me how special I am. No matter who may think different, y'all not for me, and that's okay. But regardless, it taught me how to be better. Because regardless, I got my son's love, and that's the only love that I need. That's the only love that I need. I know that little boy loved me. And how hard I went for him, oh, I love him too. Word to his mama. Okay, so that's all I got to say. All right. I'm out of here. I'm signing out. I love you guys. See y'all next week. Peace.